Welcome everyone. In today's Photoshop tutorial 6, we'll talk about how to use the color stamp tools and the content and well filling, as well as stock healing brush tools to remove all those unwanted image or distracting elements in your image. Let's go to the Photoshop now. Okay, now we are in the Photoshop. Just look at this image. So we have some wires, poles, and then poles on this image. So basically today we're going to introduce some new tools to remove these unwanted objects from this image. Okay, some people will say just use the eraser tool here to remove those unwanted objects from this image. So basically we can't do that because when you remove the original image. Okay, all those things you're going to remove them from this image. So and then you will see the background, but the background is the white color. So we don't do that. Okay, just go step back, step backwards, step backwards, step backwards. Okay, today we're going to use a new tool. We call it color stamp tool here. Color stamp tool here. So okay, we will use this tool to remove these unwanted objects from the image. The concept is this: we will select a reference point, and the image we are taking from this reference point, and we're going to cover onto those unwanted areas. We can zoom it. We can just zoom it. We can zoom it, and press the space to hold this. Okay, we can zoom further. Okay, what we're going to do? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these 3 wires here. Okay, we need to find a reference point. So we just press the outer, and we do a selection. Probably this is our reference point. Okay, then we move on to here. We will see that. Okay, when we move on to here, okay, they already show the result here, right? Okay, and then we're going to do is we just left click and just start to move. I will see we're removing this wire. Okay, some portion we can't remove it, so we're going to select the reference point from below here. I'm going to remove this. Okay, next look at the second wire. It's the same thing here. So we just press and then just hold and move the mouse, and we remove this wire completely. We can do the same thing on here. Okay, you can see there's some light is coming out because of the reference point. So we just select a new reference point. We can take the new reference point from probably start from here, right? Then we move on to here. We'll see the result, right? Then we start to click and we just move the mouse all the way. Okay, some portion we cannot remove it. Okay, we just select the reference point from here. Then we can remove this wire completely. Okay, so we still left this portion. So what we're going to do is that this. Okay, so we'll continue remove the wire. Okay, and this time we're going to select the reference point from the top. So we're going to select the reference point most probably from here. Okay, then I'm going to remove this thing. All right, remove this thing. Hold the bar, hold the space bar, come to here, right, and we remove this thing completely. Okay, that portion, because the reference point is here, so we can't do anything. We can select a new reference point from here. Now we just remove it, remove this line. Let's zoom out, press and hold. Okay, the next one we're going to do is we're going to remove this line, right? Okay, again the same thing. Okay, we just zoom in. Okay, what we're going to do is this. We can select a reference point somewhere from here. Alright, we have the reference line, right? Okay, we can remove this as well. Okay, let's continue all the way. Okay, hold the space bar. Just continue move. Alright, there's a small area we cannot remove. We just take the reference point from here and remove this. Okay, so of course we also can move all the way up. Okay, we can just select reference point from here. I'm happy with this. Okay, we just remove this, right, all the way up. Put a space, hold the space, and we just continue move all the way. Okay, and then you see this portion as well, and we can just remove this all the way until here, right? Okay, for this 2 line I'm going to take the parallel one. So I take a reference from here. I just move down. Okay, move down, move down. Okay, I see there's some reference, some lines here. We can just remove it. All right, Okay, let's just zoom out. Okay, I'm going to remove this one. At the same time, I'm going to select the reference point from here. Okay, just next to it. I can reduce the size. Okay, and I start to remove this. All right. Okay, I'll remove this. Same thing about this one. I take reference just next to it, and I'm going to remove this. Remove this now as well. Right. Okay, how about this one? Same. We take a reference point from here and just start to remove this. Right. Okay, for this portion, I'm going to roam in. I'm going to roam in. Okay, this area. So what I'm going to do is like I select the reference point from here, and I just. All right. Okay. So it looks good. So let's just zoom out. Okay, we have left this portion. Okay, we can do this area as well. Just try this area. All right. Okay, we can take a reference point from probably from here and move to here. We can see that we can remove these wires as well. All right. We just press the space bar, and we can continue remove this or remove this. Okay, when come to here, just take note. So we just stop here for a while. We have to take the ref because this is the mountain. So because we have this mountain here. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to select a new reference point here, and you can see the result here, right? Okay. So probably we can just the reference point here, and I'm going to start to remove this. All right, it looks good for me. Same thing here. Okay, it looks okay. So I'll start to remove this now as well. Now I have completely removed this. Okay, I'm going to do one more here for this one. So I will do the same thing. I will select the reference point maybe from here, and I just start to remove this lamp pole. Right? Okay, I'm done. Just zoom out. Now we know what is the column stamp tool, right? So I'm going to introduce the second method. Okay, it's a very interesting method. So what I'm going to do is that before that, so I'm going to select the lasso tool here. Okay, which we have introduced in the last tutorial. So I'm going to do, and then we start to select this area. Okay, we select this area, and now we just go to the edit, go to the view, select the drop down list, content aware, and just press OK. All right, we're done. Very good, right? So this, okay, we can just go to the select and deselect it. Okay, now let's move on to this. We can do the same thing. This small lamp pole here. So we just zoom and just do the same thing. Okay, what we're going to do is go to lasso tool, same, and just select this small lasso tool here. All right, we're done. So we just go to edit, view, content aware, press OK. So we are done, right? Okay. So select, deselect, okay, and then just move to here. We can do the same thing about this few posts here. Okay, we're going to do the lasso tool here, and I'm going to select this whole thing. All right, holding up, and I go to the edit, view, content aware. Okay, it's done. Select, deselect, just zoom out. Oh, there's one more here. There's one more small here. Okay, we're gonna do is like the same lasso tool. I'll just select this area as you like. Okay, same thing. View, content aware. Okay, good. It's gone. Select this, select. Alright, okay. Before move on, there's one item we need to take note. Currently, we just do the modification and those things on the background, the original image. If you want to recover, or you want to compare, or want to do a modification back to the original image, then it's not possible because you're already working on the background image. So what you can do is like this. Okay, this is the original image. You can just add on a separate layer 1 on top of this background, and then you start to do the modifications or erasing all those background images. So what we can do is like this. Go to the column stamp tool here, and then we just start to select the reference point. But before that, just take note, okay, you can't just do on this because there's nothing here, because you are selecting the layer 1. Layer 1 has nothing on top of this layer 1, so we have to go to here and do the selection is current and below, where we include the background image as well. So then we start to select the reference point, and we come to here, then we can start to erase this line. Just take note about this. You can do that. If you don't like this layer 1, or you don't like this modification, or you have done some wrong modifications, what you can do is like this. Just pull the layer 1 down to the rubbish bin here, and this layer 1 just gone, and then everything's just come back to normal. And when you want to do a new modification, you can just press the new layer and you start to do your editing here, no issue. Alright, okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's try this image. Just take note of this. This background is rather complicated. And then if let's say we want to remove this person from this street, if we also using lasso tool, let's see the result. Okay. For instance, we want to remove this girl from this street, and I will just use the edit, fill, content aware. Let's see the result. Okay. You will see you're not going to achieve a desired result. This content aware tools may not working on this image, so we have to use a separate tool to taking care of this image. Right? Just take note about this. Okay. Let's move on to another image. All right. Okay. We're going to introduce a new tool here called Spot Healing Brush Tool. Okay. It's a very convenient and fast tool to remove any spots from the image. Okay, let's start to try one. So okay, we can change the size of the brush. Okay, maybe 40. All right, so we can just try one. Okay, you see it's very convenient. All right, let's start to remove them. Okay, it's very fast, right? Very fast, right? Okay, you no need to use lasso tool to select anything. You just this is something like a brush. You just click whatever area you don't like, and out of the spots, everything will gone. All right, it's very powerful and fast. You can click all of them. All right. We can clear it. Right? It's very fast. Right? Alright. Okay, we can even here. Right? Okay, there's some here, right? Okay, there's one more here. We can just zoom in, hold the space bar, and come to here. Okay, the circle is rather big. Let's make it much smaller. This is alright. Yeah, good. We just press it. It's gone. Right, just look out. Any other things? Okay. Oh, it's good, right? Okay, right. So this is the new tool. We call that Spot Healing Brush Tool, right? Just remember this. All right. So this is today's tutorial. We have introduced the 3 different methods to remove the unwanted objects from your image. The first one we talked about this column stamp tool here. Second one, we talked about how to use the fill, and do the Dropbox selection. Okay, content aware filling. And the last one, we talked about this, how to use the spot healing brush tools. Alright, thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.